Hi everybody, welcome back to Scrappy Adam. Thanks for joining for another video. This is a kit attack video and I am using the December Hip Kit Club kits. I always get confused with that. And this one is called a Big Chill. And we had all sorts of goodies in there. Lots of chipboard, lots of puffy, and lots of embellishments. I've not gone through any of them, but I have gone through both ephemera packs, the tab pack, which I'm not using, and the Project Life cards, and I've actually used one as some paper strips for today. I have also dipped into the January hip kits as well and pulled out these mixed media stickers and also these cardstock fringed stickers. So they're already fringed for you rather than you doing it. Obviously it's really easy to do it yourself, but it's nice to have a cheat now and again. And I am using all of them bar one because I felt like the colours matched pretty well with the paper that I've chosen, which is from the paper is from the December kit, the paper fringes are from the January kit. And they just matched really well, so that is what I have done. I am scrapbooking 4 photos of Chris and I. They are snowy photos when we went for a walk in the snow. I've picked out some ephemera for a cluster down here and a cluster either side of my photo and a little something up here. I've also, as I said, cut one of the Project Life cards up here. That's going to be one of our strips because you won't see the middle. And this was also a Project Life card. And it's pink with this white tag and then winter memories. I will obviously not be having a naked tag hole. And I've also raided my Bramble Fox as I am in the process of sorting it out. Excuse me. So we have 3 penguins, some of these icicles which are super cute. We have this winter title and this frosty title. So I'm going to see if we can get them on as well. And I also have Fox Cut number 29, which is, you will have seen on my Bramble Fox video, so I've not had it long at all. And this is like pie chart one. Now I am resting a lot at the moment, but I am still going to do this video because it's quite relaxing for me. Whereas Flare, it's like they're like this constantly, so that causes quite a lot of aches generally. But when you're not well, that makes it worse. So we are going to do this layout. So as I said, these photos I basically use the Project Life app to create a 6x4 print with 4 photos. So they are 3x2, and I'm going to have them sort of here with the paper fringes underneath and some embellishments. I am either going to do this or the mixed media stickers. I don't know yet, but I've got this out if we want to do it. And this is Catherine Pooler ink. Catherine Pooler Designs ink in Juniper Mist. And I have done a little colour test, and it is that gorgeous colour, which matches quite well. That wasn't in a kit or anything. There was a colour kit in December, I just didn't get the colour kit that month. Okay, so we're going to start by adding these. Now, this one is a lot different, but I want to include it to bring in some of the darker blues that I'm going to be using. So we are going to use it. And then I think we're going to go something like this. So the colours match really well with this paper, I think. I like it. And I've started sort of roughing the edges up a bit, which we will continue to do as we go through. And all I'm going to do is put adhesive here and then stick. So let's start doing that. And then stick the next one on. But obviously you want to stick it further down so that it still ruffles up. So we're not going to have much of a gap, but obviously we want all the fringing to ruffle up. And we'll do the next one. And we're just going to keep going like that, really. go. Okay, I've ripped that one, but that's okay because my photo will hide it. And again, I could have done this before, but I wanted to keep it all in. It's very relaxed at the moment. Okay. And then as you can see, we're getting all these different colours, all these different shades, all this texture. And I'm just going to go like that. Quick way of roughing it up. I don't mind if it's not tatty, but sort of like the very roughed up paper look. One more after this one. Now of course I could have just done a couple, but when I do fringing I like to layer them up to get that proper texture going. Hence why we're using them all, apart from one. And the reason why I didn't use the other one, excuse me, is wherever I put it here, it's a lot brighter. So these could be passed off. I know this is darker, but this is darker, a bit wintry I think, whereas this is very summery. So I'll use that on another layout. Okay, and then we have that last one. So that's how it looks all together, and that's going to go sort of there. Now some of them might not be fully straight. Again, it's okay. We're fully embracing the wonk today. Not that we don't anyway. Okay, ow. I've got a little paper cut there and I keep catching it. So I'm just going to grab a ruler and we're sort of just going to use this to... No, we're not. I did that last time and it worked fine, but let's just ruffle them up individually. I don't need to ruffle them up in the middle as much because the photo is going to cover it. So we're just going to keep going along like this. Now, if you like the look of this, you could buy scissors like these. I think these are actually herb scissors that I got off, I think they were Amazon, because I couldn't find them anywhere else. And as you cut them, let's show you on this scrap bit here. As you cut, you get the same effect, so it does 4 at the same time for you. So you could easily get some of them. They weren't very expensive. Okay, so I am roughing it up quite a lot. You don't have to do that, it looks good without being roughed up, to be honest. I have done that before. So this is also a good way if you have a largish cut file. Shape one works better, but any sort of cut file. You could back it with fringed paper, which I need to do actually. I've got a... Ooh. Ah, that's an idea that's just come to me, so I'll be doing that soon, guys. I've got a large cut file, which will become a Disney layout. So I'll do that soon. Okay, so that's about it, I think. What do we think? Yeah. So that gives such a lot of dimension and texture. It's amazing. I love it. If you're not into your texture-y dimension, maybe isn't the technique for you. But if you don't like it in your albums, you could always do it for a framed layout. Either for your wall or for a gift. I love doing scrapbook pages as gifts because it's so personal. Okay, and then I'm just going to... Obviously you don't want to go too far down with your adhesive because you'll stop it being fringed, but you can definitely get in there. And I want to put this, so our photos are going to go over it. So let's see, about here I think. So as you can see, that has instantly created lots of interest to your page. I love it. Have you done fringing before? Is it something that you like to do? I do apologise if I sound even more weird than I already do, because I don't like my voice, but it can't be helped at the moment. And believe it or not, I actually find scrapbooking and therefore filming, because I'm doing it anyway, I can just talk to myself, can't I? Find it quite relaxing. Okay, so then we're going to stick them over there. So I just need to put some more adhesive there actually. There we go. And then what I do want to do, I think, is I'm going to tear this a little bit. Have this going there for our photos to sit on. What do we think? Yes. So let's get them on. So that's going to go there. And this is a 6x4 Project Life card that was absolutely gorgeous, but I would probably not use it on its own. So I just cut two 1-inch strips off it. I do want to try and get this at least a little bit straight. There we go, I think that's roughly right. Yeah. And now I am going to just stick these photos together at the back, because I just put a tiny bit of adhesive on the fronts. And that's sort of going to go, it's going to cover a lot of the fringe in there, but that's okay. What we will do is use some fun foam. So I've got this here. So we're just going to cut. Actually, before I take the adhesive off that, I'll use that as a little bit of a guide to know where to cut the other one. There we go. I'm just going to double layer the fun foam just to lift it off and above that fringing. So I don't want the fringing to lose its dimension when we put the photos down. Now, of course, there is a lot of dimension here, so just to make, excuse me, just to make sure that it sticks, I am going to use a little bit of Nouveau Deluxe adhesive as well, which will just get in those nooks and crannies to make sure it doesn't fall off. Okay, trying to keep the nozzle of that clean. Okay, so this is going to go about here, I think. It's not entirely in the middle, but that's okay. Just going to press on that for a moment just to make sure it stays down. Okay, so that's how it's looking so far, and I really love it. Okay, now, silly Adam forgot that we were going to do some hidden journaling there, but we're not going to anymore because I forgot. But what I will do is potentially use it down here. So let me just get our crocodile. So this is a fabulous tool. Gives us a little eyelet, and I am a fan of them. I think we'll do silver. So I don't have any other metallic elements. So that's going to go there. I was about to punch the floral piece. And then I do it like this just so I can make sure it's all lined up. And then just punch in. And there we go. So you can see it's not perfectly lined up, but that's fine. Pop that back in there. Okay, so can't have a naked tag hole, so I'm just looking to see what might work, and so we have got some ribbon, which I don't usually use, and to be honest I prefer when it's stapled on, so we might end up covering that. That's probably a little bit too bright. That can go there, and we have got this colour, which isn't really the right colour either, so we will just use twine as usual. And I'm just going to use a navy blue. What I might do, just because we're going texture heavy, I'm going to fold it over twice. Yeah, twice. Okay, so basically, messed it up then. Fold it in half again. Put that through. Find the middle of both of them and pull that up. But what I want to try and do is keep this down there, so okay, let's just do it as normal. Okay, and then I'm going to cut sort of there, and that's just going to give us a little bit more texture there. Okay, so what my thinking was, so this is sticking up, but I quite like that. I thought about putting one of these icicle thingamajiggies there. Let's get this off. Should have done this before, but there we go. Okay, so especially because it's going on fringed paper, I am going to just use Nouveau Deluxe instead of my usual cheat of tape. And that's going to go. Just pull that one up a bit there. So I want it to go underneath the fringing as much as possible. So that's going to go there. Pull the rest of it up. So there is that one, and I love how that looks. Just gives a little bit of extra interest there. I probably should have put some foam under here. Let's get a tabby dot. I'm just going to put this tabby dot here. Just to give that a little bit of something to stick to. And the same there. Pop that under there. There we go. So that just brings them forward that little bit more. Then over here we do have some bits and pieces. before I do that, I need to decide about this stenciling. Do we use a mixed media sticker? So I am going to pop a sticker here, I think. I know it is the lazy option, but so we'll pop that there. Then this floral piece is from the floral ephemera. That's just going to sort of go there. And then we've got a leafy one, which is just going to stick out from here. Just to give it that little bit of detail. And then I thought we could get a little hat in here. Yeah. So well, I was about to say we're both wearing hats, but I'm wearing a hat. Ooh. I'm the sensible one wearing a hat in the snow. Okay, then I did think about this going there, so let's leave it there for a moment. And then here, I wanted to put another icicle piece, but I'm not sure we need it. Although I do love the way that looks. Okay, so we're going to put it underneath the photos. Be a bit tricky, but we'll get there. Okay. It's going to be quite a long video for quite a simple layout because I've not left my prep out. So the sticking of the fringed paper together, I would ordinarily do off camera, but as I'm not feeling 100% and I'm trying to rest, I just thought I'll do it all with you guys and see how it goes. Okay, it's quite difficult to get a hold of. So that is going to come under there. We're just going to pop that sort of there. Okay, so that's there. You can't see all of it. If I show you this. So you can't, as I say, you can't see all of it, but I love the way it's just peeking out. There we go. It's just like proper icy, isn't it, there? And then I wanted to bring another floral piece over there. Thinking sort of here. Like so, just pop a bit of adhesive there. And these penguins are super cute. We had a couple in our Fox box. I think it was January. I think. Or February. One of them. January. And I also bought a pack with my latest Bramble Fox package. So we're going to put a bit of Nouveau Deluxe there. They are so cute. So it's frosted black acrylic. Sorry, it's not. It's black acrylic, which has then been sort of frosted. Or maybe it is frosted. Yeah, it is. And then it's been etched. So the actual penguin features, if you like, have been etched into it. And whilst penguins weren't at a country park in the UK, they are wintry. So I thought it worked. I like them. They're cute. So they are staying. Okay, I'm just going to take this off here. So there's quite a few perspectives on this one. That is my mission. So we've got I can never say that. BRRR basically. And as the Nouveau Deluxe adhesive does dry clear, because this is a frosted / clear perspective, I am going to use it dry clear, and that's just going to sit sort of up here. So it's a very, 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 very dimensional layout, which I love. Love, love, love. Now, down here I pulled out these bits, up there I pulled out those bits, and this is all from the ephemera packs. I haven't actually been through the stickers yet, apart from these 2 mixed media stickers we just pulled out. So let's see what we can pull in. I'm going to pop this perspective. This is from the same pack. This says Frosty, and it's the same sort of icy, glacier, frosted, shiny blue. It's frosted, it's shiny on the sides. So this one. And again, a bit of Nuvo adhesive, because it's going to go on the dark blue, I think, this one. Just so it's not level with the burr. Brr. See, I just can't say it. Okay. I do apologise that I'm a bit slow today. Feel free to fast on forward. So that's going to go there. I also have 2 sleeping dogs by my feet as well. I think they know that I'm not well, so they're like following me around, bless them. So that is looking brilliant. So at the moment, everything is focused on here, this strip. I think I need some sort of floral here. So we've got 2 sticking up there and we don't have anything at the bottom. But I don't want to load that yet because I think my title might go here as well. Even though we will have a winter perspective at the top. So at the top, I thought it would be nice to bring a bit of the pattern paper that you can no longer see here to the top. So I'm just bringing a 1-inch strip that I am then going to cut off a bit. So let's line this up. So that's going to go roughly there. And I just want to check, yeah, that's level. And then what I'll do is I'll cut that off just to make that. In fact, we'll use the trimmer. If I can get it in there, yeah. Oh, the blade has come out a bit. There we go. So that's going to go there. So it's not actually straight, hey ho. Is what it is. Whilst we've got the trimmer out, let's trim off our branding strip, which I haven't done. And Hip Kit's branding strips are patterns. This is a very pale peach. I won't use it, so I'll put it in the little bag I have next to me. Which this bag is going to Julie and her granddaughter. Okay, so then we have this floral piece. This floral piece is sort of going there, I thought, but no, I don't like it. Okay, maybe we won't put the floral piece there. Let's do the bottom then and see where we're up to. So I am going to use this tag down here now. Because I really do like the way this came out. This tag was on a white 3x4 card, so I've just made it into a tag. So that is roughly and then what have we got? Let's see. Sorry guys, I was distracted by my enamel dots because I've had a big organise before I went downhill this week. But now I'm going uphill, so that's good. Well, it's last week actually. These enamel dots are all brand new at Hey Little Magpie, and they are Hey Little Magpie enamel dots. And I just thought some of them might fit really well, so we're going to use some of them as well. I know it's not part of the kit, but that's okay. Anyway, we've got this floral sort of centerpiece, is it? And I'm going to sort of pop that over the tag. So this one just pokes out, but we still get the winter memories. And I'll probably use that actually as the title rather than here, but then I will add to it. Then we have this scalloped circle journaling spot. And I wanted this to sort of peek out over here, but that was before I used the tag. But we'll pop it there instead, so that's okay. Now I was going to use this winter adventures piece up here, but it kind of didn't work for me. Ooh. But it might work there. Then we have some more icicle-y bits, but I'm not sure if they're going to work. Okay, I'm actually going to use this. It was a bit of an adventure because it was a very steep hill, it was very big, very cold, and it was really lovely. So that works. So we've got winter adventures there. Then these sort of geometric snowflakes I pulled out just for a bit of finishing touch, and I thought these could go around it. For these ones I will use just a tiny dot of Nuvo, just like so. And then we've got this little piece that says a chill is in the air, and that was sort of going to tuck here. 32 minutes to do this. I'm sorry guys, but it is what it is, and I feel very relaxed and whatnot, so if you're still with me, thank you. Okay, so that's going to sort of go there. Then we've got this piece that says picture perfect. I brought this in because it pulls a bit more of the navy blue, and quite like the idea of maybe not, that can go sort of here. Now I know I've not done any inking either, but I'm thinking it might work here. If I just do the small one, we lift that up a bit, sort of there. Won't be much at all. It's just to bring in a bit more of that darker blue. So that would go there. Yes, I love that. Let's add a little bit more of it. So we're going to put a bit up here. And some of them will only be a tiny portion, such as that one. But I really love that. And then a bit round here, I think. Love that, and a bit's gone on the edge of that, which I actually quite like. And then finally, let's, maybe not. What about here? Do a bit here. I moved that. There we go. I just love the little detail it offers. And it just brings that little bit of darker blue in. Really happy with that. The only thing with Catherine Pooler, if you get it on you, which I am prone to do, it just does not come off. That would have been quite nice down there actually. Okay, so I would like to get another part of the title, so I feel like it's done and we've not even gone through all of these gorgeous embellishments, but I do want to use this for the second part of the title, which I think we're going to put to the left here, and that's just going to be the place we were at, and that was a place called Teg's Nose, which is in Macclesfield in Cheshire. It's a gorgeous place, it's like a country park. Okay, so Teg. Have we got a little... no. So, that's fine, we'll just ignore the little apostrophe, that can just go there. So Tegs, and then nose. Now I wonder if we could do... yeah, let's do a multi-font title. I'm going to pop this under here actually. So N-O... S. The S's are very swirly, which I quite like actually. But they're very big. Just sort of moving these down a little bit. And an E. Don't know if I like that S now. No. I'm going to get rid of these guys and carry it on with that font. I don't like that S. Might have to get rid of them. Or use them as sort of a like random alpha attack layout. That's always good. Okay, just trying to check. It's a good job I checked. I just had a moment of, have I spelt that right? And it's actually a double G. Oh, there's no hope for me. Okay, so Teg's nose there. Okay, and then we're going to continue the title in the same one. I love a multi-font title, but I didn't love that alpha. Or rather I did, I didn't love the S's. Okay, so this is probably a bit big, but it's not a problem. Obviously we're doing random title placement. Okay, so that is our little title, which looks... it'll have to do. I don't dislike it. No, I'm really not happy with it, guys, you know. And it has ripped the paper a bit there, but not so much that I can't get away with it. And I think we're just going to leave our title as Winter Adventures. It's sticking out too much for me. I've ripped the paper there as well, but the background is such that it doesn't really matter. I think it sort of works, so we can luckily get away with it. I am sorry to have wasted your time there. But you know when you do something and you're just like, nah, that's not working for me. And as I've always said, I've ripped the paper again there. As I've always said, I keep everything in because I'm not always happy with everything I do. I sometimes start again. I sometimes cover a mistake, and we all do. We're not all perfect scrapbookers, whoever we are. And I don't mind keeping it in. Okay, I love this alpha, just not on this layout. That has restored my love for the layout. Okay, there. Now, I am going to add these couple of bits here. We've got another little hat. We've got a semicircle sentiment that says so much love. That's sort of just going to go here maybe. And then the hat is going to go up here. Then we've got a couple more penguins. One, two. These penguins are so cute. And the penguins just bring a bit of black in because there is black in the photo on Chris's coat. And so I don't want to ignore that. There we go. Got to keep this Nuvo clean so it comes out. So this one is going to go here, so that all the penguins are looking into the page, which I thought was quite cute. Okay, and they're going to go there. So loving how they're looking. Let's look again at this floral piece. What do we think? Let's do it. I don't dislike it. I think it brings a bit of something to the page. So let's do it. Okay, I'm just pulling this back in off this perspective. I'm loving that I've used all these perspectives. Okay, so how many have we used? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not bad. And the stencil. Okay, so let's pop that. Sort of going to go over the floral to there. So that is just going to sit there. I'm sorry this video is so long. I know I've said sorry before, but I shall say it again. I have to say then, I really love this layout. And it's a bit different for me. It's very soft colours. And I do love it. So I did think about adding this days here when I was playing around. Sort of up there. What do we think? No. Nope, that's fine. Don't think we need any of these. This is another pack that I really love. Might use a couple of the snowflakes. Adding a bit of finishing touches. Love that. And we've got these chipboard minis. These puffy stickers, which I really love. But I don't think we need any of them. Maybe this cold day in winter piece, which I actually love because it's stuck in the middle of the stenciling. Then these are mini chipboard phrases, which are cute. What I love about winter, that would be lovely up here. A bit of an angle because it's just going to bring that navy up, which is good. And then happiest moment in pink. Let's bring a bit of the pink there. This is generally what I've found I've started to do. Look through ephemera first because that's something that I generally don't use. And then go through all the stickers, which I love. I'm a big sticker fan. Prefer the dimensions of chipboard and puffy, but equally I love flat stickers as well. I would not use them. Okay, and I think we'll have one more little piece, and that's going to be all bundled up. Got a bit of the packaging stuck there. There we go. These are chipboard phrases, so these are the bigger ones, which I really like. I have just seen baby, it's cold outside. So I'm going to stick that on the photo. Together is best, that's cute. Cute, cute. I'm going to stick that there. So it's a winter collection with some vibes of New Year as well. Obviously I can't use those on here because this was 2021. Just going to stick that heart there as well. But I am really happy with how this has turned out, guys. I love it. I'm just going to use a couple of these enamel dots and then I will leave you all to get on with your day. Okay. So all of these have got a name. I think this is Teal Zeal. I can't remember all of them, but some of them are funky names, which is fun. So we've got that there. Okay, I think that's going to do it, guys. I love that that's sticking up, actually. Let's just do that here as well. I know I stuck that down with Nuvo. This is my uber dimensional kit attack layout. And I think I've done pretty well at attacking the kit. Obviously you can't see much of the floral now because of the perspectives, but I like it. Here is the finished layout from start to finish with you guys. Thank you so much for hanging with me today. I really needed to do this, and I'm glad I do. It has actually brightened the day up, as they say. And I always appreciate you all following and watching. Thank you so much for all the support and kind comments. I will be back with another video tomorrow for Mixed Media Frenzy. Stay safe, take care, and I will speak to you all soon. Bye for now.